Well, welcome back to Steve Rob Reviews and part 3 of the solar panel 12-volt battery trail cam build. It's all going to be incorporated into one. Never seen this before on YouTube. This is a first. And there is the stand right there. I have no idea where we're going from here, but that's what I got built so far. Just show you a little bit of this stand. Okay, this is just a very basic stand. As you can see, it's nothing fancy, you know. And I bought 5 2x4s, and that's what I got left of that one there. And the solar panel is going to be running this channel here. Right in here, you can see this is a channel here, and a 2x4 stud's going to fit in there. Because remember, I got to transport this up north, make it portable as possible, put it in the back of my trailer, you know, when I'm up there on my ATV, and then transport it. So it just can't be, you know, like a giant monstrosity. And that baby right there is just going to fit right in these slots, go up, solar panel's going to be mounted on top. So what am I going to do next? Next thing I'm going to do is, out in the shed, I got about a 5-foot greasy 4x4 pressure treated, and I'm just going to stab that right on the bottom of these just to add some weight. And the whole idea behind this is I am going to put some weight on both sides, because you know what, the winds are just terrific up my camp. The last thing I want to do is have it blow over. So I'm going to make a special base for it here where I can add some weight, like a couple of logs or a couple of cement blocks or something like that. But I haven't got that far yet. So let's bring you back when I got the stabbing on these greasy 4x4s on the bottom. Let's get to her right now. Okay, I'm ready. I got the 4x4s down here now, and they're just going to be so the ground, you know, doesn't rot out the wood so fast. And I can replace this anytime if I want. Let's just fire these in. It doesn't have to be fancy or anything. There we go. And I am going to do something with the fronts of these. Like I say, I want to put something heavy on here to hold it down. More likely logs. I'm thinking something on the front here, maybe just a small little piece come up like this. But how's it look so far to you guys? I mean, it's nothing fancy. Get in there. There we go. Okay. So, what I'm going to do next is I got to rig up how to mount that solar panel. And if you're wondering on the height here, how do you find out how high your trail camera should be? I like to go around 40 inches. You know, at least 40 inches off the ground. You know, the deer where I am are pretty big, and a moose comes by, you're just going to catch the bottom of his belly at 40 inches. So, yeah, so my box will be sitting on top of this thing. And that's it so far. I'm going to bring you back when I got the solar panel figured out. Because right now, it's all up here. And I got to take it from here, put it down on the table saw, and cut it. And then we'll find out what we got. I'll bring you back when I got that figured out, because I haven't got a clue. Okay, we're moving on to the top of the solar panel mount. And I'm going to fasten in a 1/2 inch threaded rod. I'm going to start off with just a small drill bit. You get the idea what I'm doing here. Just watch. Okay, I'll move up to a bigger bit. Now, I just thought I'd show you the bigger bit is just a little bit smaller than the 1/2-inch rod. Okay. Now, I just put a double nut on the end here. Got my little impact driver. Hope this does it. I think it will. And we're just going to see if we can feed that in there. And if we can't, we might have to put a taper on it. But we'll take a look. I'd say that baby's in there, wouldn't you? Okay, I'll take you over and I'll show you exactly what I got planned for this. And it's a bright idea, I'm telling you. Wait till you see this baby. Okay, are you ready for this or what? I'm going to take you off the tripod. I'm going to see if I can explain to you this best I can. It's all kind of mocked up. It's not finished yet. And I still got a little more to go, but I'll show you what I got so far. You guys let me know if this is something you'd do. So let's take a look. Okay, starting right there, I still have to put a board, fasten it to the bottom of the box here, and bring it out to probably about here, just to stabilize it. And when the lid opens up, it'll open up and it'll stop right on this 2x4 stud that's over here. Now you can see the slot, so that'll fit. 2x4 will go in there, and I'll just drive a screw through the bottoms there. And this is the solar panel here. So I got it on a 45-degree angle, and you know, it's nothing fancy. I'll see if I can show you the top side there. Yeah, that's nothing fancy, and it's just a sheet of plywood, and I've got it all screwed down. Nothing fancy, and it swivels around, you know. There's the wire coming through the back. I still got to wire this all up and put some connectors so it doesn't just, you know, go around in the wind. And that's all I got there, was just some 45 degrees. And I drove some screws in from this side, from here, and on the back side. And that's it there. It's just going to swivel around whatever direction you want, and then I'll crank her down good and tight from the top. Now, of course, I got a little bit too much thread there, but I will cut that off after. And of course, I'm going to assemble this when I'm up there. So, I mean, this is all going to be able to fit in the back of my truck. And that's it right there. What do you guys think? I'm going to bring you back when the whole thing is completely done. And I got the bottom here all done. So, yeah, this will all go together into the truck at one time. And then when I get up there, I'll have to get a hammer to drive it in here, because of course, you know, it's still a little bit tight there going in. So that's it there so far. And there's the solar panel, and there it is. Well, here we go. She's all done. The only thing I want to show you is a couple of things before we get started here in the final wrap up. This is the harness wire. Just take it out of the loop here. This is the harness wire that comes from the solar panel. And what you should do really is, before you actually start doing a project like this, so I get pins on here for you. There we go. Can you see that? What's that showing there? Looks around 10.8 volts. And that's just from the light that's above it. So I'll take this off the stand and I'll show you all the different features. And from to the eye on the camera, on the trail cam, is 42 inches. So I thought that's pretty good, and I'll take it off the stand here and we'll take a look. Well, we'll start off at the bottom here, and you can see I stuck them little risers on there, and that's because I'm more likely just going to cut down a couple of logs with the chainsaw and just put a couple of logs in there just to hold it down. I got one screw ready to go in the bottom, and I've just got it just hammered in here just lightly, and you can see that I'm going to put a screw in there when I get up there to have it all ready to go. And the box, I just put some screws, and there's two more on this side here, and that's pretty well it. I attached this board on the bottom, you know, that goes down. I'll have to take this all off before I bring it up north. And yeah, this just swivels around anywhere you want, you know. And the cable on the top, you know, that comes around here. I'll just show you how that is in there. I just got a couple of ties in there, and I'll turn it around and I'll show you the other side, and that's pretty much it there. I mean, if you take a look over in the corner here, that's what I got out of 5 2x4s. I got one whole one left and just that little bit on the bottom. Well, what do you guys think? I had a lot of fun building this little project, and I think it's going to just be dandy. You know, I've never built something like this before, but like I say, you got to get it from here down to the cutting table and just do it. Now, altogether, I would say this was about 10 bucks. This was $20. A little bit of hardware and wire I used, maybe $2 or $3. The that converter from 12 volt down to 6 volt was $6. So I mean, this is not an expensive project to do. Took me, I would say, tops 3 hours to do everything from start to finish. And you know, I think this is a good for a location where people aren't going to steal it on you, right? And my whole idea behind this is putting it inside of a box out of the weather, because I find when it's on a tree just sitting there, it's got a wide field of view, and I think branches over here and sticks and that kind of stuff is setting the sensor off, because I get like 500 pictures and most of them, you know, are just of nothing. So hopefully this will solve the not getting so many you know, camera shots of absolutely nothing. And we'll see. I'll show you in the fall when I hook it up, and then later on in the winter, you know, before I head back for the season, I'll show you exactly, you know, what the pictures look like. And of course, all the pictures are going to be taken sideways now. But on a computer or, you know, your phone or anything, you can just turn them, you know, and I figure I can do that. So I don't know. You guys let me know, and let me know what you think about this whole idea. And yeah, make sure your solar panel actually works before you hook it all up. Because yeah, I have had some that just right out of the box were no good. But this is 7 watts. It'll be plenty to charge that little 12 volt battery in there. And I think it's going to work out great. And I look forward to showing you me installing it up north and see what it looks like. I may change a couple of more things on it between now and then. I don't know, I may have some old greasy paint around here or something just to get rid of. If it's a dark color, I might just paint it. I'm not too sure. But thanks for joining me here today. If you haven't seen this channel before, you're welcome to subscribe. And a friend of mine called me up. He's seen one of the other videos about this, and he wants me to make him one, but something different. So he told me what it was all about, and I just may do that too. So you guys take care. Come back again now, eh? Cheers.